What's up everyone, welcome to Play Infinite. What you're seeing right now is just a basic picture, like a cool little title that says the next PlayStation. And we have a lot of rumors and a lot of leaks. They're more like actual leaks. What happened is that an insider from Sony actually leaked tons and tons of new information about the next PlayStation. Apparently, it's gonna come out in the holiday season of 2013, and also they also announced that the next PlayStation, or codenamed Orbis, is not gonna be able to support used games, as well as it does not have backwards compatibility. So I'll talk about a lot more about the used games issue and like everything else, as well as the specs of the device. We have a brief specs of the device as well. I'm gonna actually go through that, and you guys probably don't want to be staring at this for long anyway. So now let me just transfer it to. Okay, so right here, this is the web page. Like I said, the sources from Sony, and they are reliable sources, as you can see right there. And he wasn't actually authorized to talk publicly about the new PlayStation, so that's why he wasn't like his identity wasn't revealed. And but then his details and like whatever he leaks actually matched past rumors and past leaks, so he is pretty credible as a source. So now let's get on to the stuff. So it is obviously PlayStation 3 successor. It is going to be codenamed, or it's just a working name, called Orbis right here. So PlayStation Orbis, I'm going to talk about this. There's something really cool about that name, which I will talk about. And it's being planned for release in sometimes 2013 holiday season. And so I'm going to go over it. So what's in the name? So this is actually really cool. Orbis. If you say it out loud, it sounds a little, not quite, like the word for. But it also has another meaning to it. So Orbis is actually Latin, just like Vita is Latin for life. Orbis is Latin for circle or ring. And I don't know why Sony's going after this whole Latin type of speech here, but anyways, it's Latin for circle, ring, or even orbit. So when you combined the translation of that with Sony's newest handheld gaming system called, that you guys probably heard, PlayStation Vita, or if you translate that, it's PlayStation Life. And if you combine Orbis plus Vita, you'll get in Latin Orbis Vitae. And then what that means, if you translate that again, it goes into the circle of life. So what this means is that the Vita could be a really, really important part in the development of the next PlayStation home console, which is PlayStation 4 or PlayStation Orbis. They probably won't call it PlayStation Orbis. It's probably just a code name. So now, like I said, so this, I just talked about that. It's just a code name, and it probably will change. So this is just a developer network, and there's actually stuff about that right over here. So current specs. I'm going to talk about this and then go on to a bit of the developer's perspective on this, and like where's the SDKs, are developers actually making games for the system already, and I'll talk about that a bit later on. So first let's go through the specs. The source again, once again, he says that the specs aren't finalized and there is room for change for the specifications. It's not finalized. But anyways, according to what he said, which as of right now is true, but it might change during the Orbis's release date, retail release, sorry. It's going to be using an AMD 64-bit CPU. And it's also going to have an AMD Southern Islands GPU. So the Southern Islands GPU is actually part of AMD's 2012 roster of high-end PC cards. So these are really high-end. And the PlayStation 3's graphic processing unit, apparently rumored or leaked, will be capable of displaying games at a resolution of an astonishing 4096 by 2160. So that's just out of this world, this resolution. I don't know, I think that's 4K resolution, I think it is, and it'll be compatible with that. So it looks like Sony's once again planning ahead for the future for the next system. And obviously that's way more than the TV you probably have right now, and that of course you guys are probably like thinking about the iPad when I say like really crazy resolution, and trust me, this is higher than the iPad. So now Also, it'll be capable. Another thing that this nice specs bring it, and the GPU, it makes it be capable of playing 3D games at 1080p. And the PS3, you guys are probably wondering why is this new? But the PS3 could only manage 3D games at 720p. So now if you have a 3D TV, you're gonna be really happy about this because now you can play in full HD 1080p and it'll look really nice. The select developers right there, select developers have been receiving developer kits for the new console since the beginning of this year. So that's really good. So that means that Sony is planning to actually get this console out of the gate in 2013 because it makes sense because if they gave it to them at the beginning of the year and that's just like that's not even like a I would say alpha version or more like a like a beta I guess. Those type of units were shipped out earlier and more finalized beta units will be shipped towards the end of 2012, which makes it really nice to set for a release date for 2013, which is of holiday season. So like I said, that's what it basically says here. Plenty of time to develop games for the new Orbis system. 2013 holiday season, like I said. And PS3 was also like that. So now, something you guys want to probably know about, but just to pause this right now, I'm actually going to go back to that picture that I showed you guys in the beginning because I just want to keep this as a thumbnail, so that's why I'm going to go back to it, but I'm still going to continue talking. So, Sony has actually, this guy actually, he said that Sony will not be supporting used games with the new PlayStation system or console, or called Orbis, like I said before, and they're gonna be using a new type of system rather than it's not gonna be your casual like it's not even close to how we take used games for granted nowadays. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be a lot different. It's going to be a lot more secure, but there still will be used games. So it's not like there's been rumors before about the Xbox just blocking out used games. It's not that extreme yet, but it is the new PlayStation console is going to be taking measures against used games, and it's all going to be integrated into the console. So there's nothing you can actually do about it. But what I was also going to say that in used games, so this is how it'll work. So if you buy a game from the store, well, first thing, you can actually buy purchase games through Blu-ray or you can buy them through PSN, even full retail games. So if you were to buy the disc and say you played it and then you wanted to give it to someone else, they would actually only be able to play the trial, not the full game. So there's a problem right there because if you want to like share it with your friends or like anyone, let someone borrow it. It's gonna be really hard because it's locked to one PlayStation Network account. But I'm assuming because there's no details about this that you can actually log in, let your friend log into your PlayStation Network account and play on that because it's all going to be locked into your PlayStation Network account so that when you play the game regularly, it'll get in your download list on the PlayStation Store so that if your friend logs into your PSN, supposedly he'll be able to log in and download the game and play it. But of course it's going to be like how much, like 20 or 30 gig for like a big game. So that's the only downside about that. But it does make the developers more happier because they're going to be getting more money. At the same time, it kind of it's like a middle ground because it also like helps GameStop and because that's their business right there and it helps them keep their business sustainable. So that's pretty much about the used games, and it does have no backwards compatibility. That is sad, but we can't do anything about it. So now back to this. I was just doing that so I could get that as a thumbnail, by the way. So this is what I was saying. The backwards compatibility, no more PS3 games. Sony didn't even bother to offer backwards compatibility for the new system, as well as what I was being saying about the used games is right here, so you can actually just pause it and read this part if you like. But anyways, like it's exactly what I said. So download it. It'll be in the downloaded and free to download at a later date. And oh yeah, so one thing, you make a PSN account. So it's like PC games. You'll need to have a PSN account and be online to even get things started with the game. So yeah, this like I said already, if you decide to trade it in, you're gonna have to when you trade it into GameStop, you'll give them the CD, sure, you'll give them the case and everything, but what they'll be really getting is a demo or a trial. So it'll only be like limited to like maybe 60 minutes or something like that, like a trial mode of the game, and then you would have to pay an unlock or register fee to actually play the full game, and that's something that sucks about if you're a used game buyer. That's pretty bad for you. But I personally, I don't buy used games, I just buy new games. That's all the information actually for this video. So thank you for watching this video. Our Play Infinite's big major PlayStation 4 or Orbis leak. We covered a lot of things about the PlayStation 4. Make sure to subscribe to Play Infinite because we will cover a lot more about the PlayStation 4 in the coming weeks and months until the 2013, actually I should say in the coming year, about until the 2013 holiday season. Well, we got you guys covered about everything related to PlayStation. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope you subscribe to Play Infinite, as well as give this video a quick thumbs up and leave any comments or questions down below in the comment section. So thank you for watching, and we hope you subscribe.